Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. Another season of EA Sports college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Notre Dame's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback and a running back set up in the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a give to Washington. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those who have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Bailey. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Got to make the play on 4th. Makes the grab past the marker. Finds a seam. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off the touchdown pass.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Left side is Porter. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Throwing, Carr. He's got the back in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Moves the pocket. It's Carr. Got his man on the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Second down to the air. Out wide left, it's Flanagan. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator.
Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Tight end now in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Trying to bowl his way in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do.
Makes the grab and room to run. At the 30. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Run inside. It's Walton. Past the 40. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Breaks away on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Carr. He's got it overrun. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. C.J. Carr firing again. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to pass, it's Bailey. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Comes onto the field ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Throwing, Carr. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you're just trying to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
Carr from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he muffs it. It's loose.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks out of the game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Buying time to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll give it to Washington. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back. It's Bailey. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Spins away. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Turns it upfield. Smashes ahead. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Trying to run, it's Washington. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Finds it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation. Just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal. Not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Six plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Out wide right, it's Bettis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sets his feet, it's Carr. Fires downfield. Left side, it's Walton. It's a seam wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Irish!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Washington. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. He now has 53 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw one first. Out wide left, it's Kane. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all. And that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Under pressure. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
I think oftentimes for a quarterback, accuracy goes down a little bit when you're not throwing from the pocket in a good throwing position. Every time you scramble, every time you start running, you really got to make sure that all of your fundamentals are in check. And that time, the quarterback just got a little bit out of whack, and that affected the accuracy on that throw.
They'll move the tight end. Here's a give to Washington. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Carr above the noise. Finds his man in the middle. He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a first down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Here's Carr to throw. Quickly complete. Turning it on. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Carr. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week one, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 5 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Sooners coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the plus 46. Here come the Irish back on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On the move. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Carr. They're all over it. Back's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They take the lead with the 6. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Right side, it's Washington. Snags it, and there's running room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Quick give. It's Washington. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44.
Ready. Blue 85. Blue 85. Kill.
Give to Washington again. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Throwing, Carr. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Going to the run, it's Walton. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he...
Headed to the end zone. Maybe some room here. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out wide right, it's Walton. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Fires immediately, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Caught. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Escapes the pressure going right. Finds his man. Across the 25, he's got room. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He rifles one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running inside. It's Walton. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game...
Makes the grab in their space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Release to the back. Got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. We'll send the tight end in motion. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Defense all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to find the end zone. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Stop cold. Couldn't find even a sliver of daylight. They lose yardage and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. Like the offense doing what they do. Get your defense, get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Right side, it's Washington. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Moving out to the right. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On a ground to cover here on third and long. They'll give it to Washington. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
And this is a no-brainer. It's fourth down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the first down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the side.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Making the adjustment. Wide receiver going in motion. Needs it here on fourth down. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on fourth down.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Out wide right, it's Danzy. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Showing off the arms. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Here comes the heat. Being chased. Turns it on at midfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll give it to him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one.